Hi everyone! Welcome back to another episode of Spotlight. Back here again with me, Fania, and I'm here with my friends.
Hi, I'm Derek and I'm one of the Relations Subcommittee of InSIM.
So for today's theme, we are going to discuss about InSIGHT, which is InSIM's next and biggest event. So today we have Alex joining with us. Hi Alex.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Great.
Welcome to Spotlight. I know you're already familiar with it. So today we are going to get to know more about InSIGHT, like the process, like and behind the scene of it. So before we start, can you please introduce yourself first for the audience?
Sure, no problem. So hello everyone, my name is Alex. I'm currently a year 3 student in computer science under University of London, specializing in machine learning and artificial intelligence.
Okay, so what is your role in InSIM in the past and as of right now?
So in the past, I am the human resource director, and currently I am helping out as a subcommittee for media, and I have applied for scriptwriter for this year's site.
Oh, so your role in InSIGHT now is going to be scriptwriter.
Scriptwriter.
Okay, how about like, can you share your experiences as a committee member of InSIGHT?
So back in 2023, my first experience was actually the cast and singer. And I initially didn't want it to be part of the cast and singer, but then somehow I got into cast and singer, and then I have been attached to InSIM since then. Then moving to Sports Cup, I was part of the logistics team, and moving up to the executive committee member for InSIM.
Wow.
So, do you have any background for theater performances that helps you for InSIGHT?
So to me personally, I have never joined any production previously. So my first ever experience was actually in InSIGHT itself. So through InSIGHT, I learned a lot through my previous director, which is Raven and Aaron. Additionally, with the rest of the performance directors, such as the music director and the dance director, Brian and Karen.
How did you first hear about InSIM's InSIGHT productions and audition?
Oh, so this is very different compared. I initially wanted to join organizations back then, so I didn't really know that there is a musical production in InSIM. So when I was still in senior high school, I went and searched what kind of organizations that I could join in SIM to create an impact. Then I somehow found out InSIM, and the first ever event for new students like me was InSIGHT. And I get to explore more. I did my research on what is InSIGHT, then I came to realize that, InSIGHT is a big production from InSIM itself. Then I asked my friend, should I, join cast and singer for fun? Because initially I wanted to join the commerce and ticketing department. Then after commerce and ticketing department, my friend said, why not give it a shot? Because just for fun, you're still new. And then I joined cast and singer, and somehow I ended up in cast and singer instead. So yeah.
So at first you wanted to join commerce and ticketing?
Yes, correct.
So, what drew you to audition for Naraya, the Song of Sacrifice, back in 2023, and continue for Arcana?
So I feel that in 2023, InSIGHT, it's quite memorable for me. There's a lot of things that I've learned, not only in theater practices, but also leadership development, because I get to learn more from various people who are more experienced. Then I decided, wow, this is something that I would want to continue. And then when I stepped up becoming the executive committee for InSIM, then we got the opportunity to choose which department we wanted to be a director of. Then I thought, why not I try cast and singer? So that's why I decided to continue the journey in InSIGHT.
It seems like one can learn a lot in InSIGHT.
Yeah. Okay, so move on to more specific questions about your role at InSIGHT. So you said earlier that you were the cast and singer, right? So from your previous roles as cast and singer, have these experiences influenced your writing of the script for the next InSIGHT?
Well, of course, it influenced a lot because the previous scriptwriter also teaches a lot on how to create a plot for one story, and I did ask her for some advice, and I'm trying my best to put the puzzles together in scripting. I mean, it's a new department for me because I was only immersed in acting experience, and now it's a whole new world to me. Like, you have to think of the whole department when you're writing a story, so it will be quite a challenge for me as well.
Okay, so you played Made, right? One of the main character in Naraya, which is like 2024 in InSIGHT?
2024, yeah.
Yeah, 2024. Like, what was the biggest challenge or breakthrough moment while you preparing for that role? Of course, as a main character, like, it's kind of hard, right? Yeah. What was the challenge of it?
I think the challenge was, how could you give out the message of the scriptwriter into a reality? Because back again, what the previous scriptwriter does is to create a story and some inspiration. But the challenge of an actor is, how can we bring those ideas to life? And I think the greatest challenge, because I don't have any experience related to acting, so I watch quite a number of videos and I try to implement it into my acting. So I think that's the biggest challenge, incorporating things that has been given by the scriptwriter to a reality so that the audience could, immerse more throughout the whole story.
So it was a new thing for you?
It's a very new thing for me.
Oh, okay. But you did it.
Yeah, fortunately I managed to do it. So
Okay, so fast forward to 2024, you moved from acting to be to cast and singer director. What inspired that leap from performer to director?
Okay, so to be very honest, when you're part of the executive committee, you have no choice but you have to step up as a director, because you're going to be part of the one who organized events for all Indonesians. And we were given the options to choose, like what I've said previously, to choose several departments to lead. Then, because I have no choice back then alright, I will take this chance to try and direct the new students. So I think that's how I became the cast and singer director. It's because of situation that pushes me to lead department, which is the most important aspect in theater.
Okay. But how did your acting experience in Naraya as Made shape your directing style for Arcana? Like, are there any fresh ideas or unique directing techniques to elevate the performance?
Actually, I tried to implement what my previous director taught me, and of course, I did add some new activities for the cast and singer itself, such as I wanted them to try improvisation acting. So I'm giving them a scenario, and then they will have to act based on the given scenario without having to think so much, because worst case scenario when that could happen to a stage is when you forget script or something that doesn't went according to the script. You would have to improvise immediately without the audience have to know, right? So I think this is the new learning skills that I have tried to implement in Arcana itself. So it's quite different compared to Naraya.
Okay.
Right. Aside from that, which new skills like acting, stage directing, or mentoring do you feel grew the most throughout your time in InSIGHT?
I think it would be mentoring, because at the end of the day, I wanted them to enjoy their time in InSIGHT. So we don't want to focus only on the production side or anything that's related to performances, but we also want them to have a great experience throughout this process of doing the production itself. So I feel like mentoring is one of the new skills that I have gained in InSIGHT 2020.
Right. I guess only if they're enjoying it to keep going.
Correct.
So, without giving any spoilers, what excites you the most about writing the upcoming InSIGHT production?
I don't know whether this is okay if I give it, give a little bit of hint, but it will be something that's related strongly to the roots of Indonesia, I think. But
It's okay.
it's okay. Maybe I think it will be something that's related to Indonesia in the sense to where we have now, but for more specific theme, watch InSIGHT 2026.
Watch InSIGHT, guys.
As a writer for the upcoming InSIGHT production, what was your writing process when coming up with the script?
So originally we have to meet with the producers. So usually it's the producers and the artistic director who provide the theme of the InSIGHT that they want to produce. After that, we would discuss what are some things that we could, incorporate into the theme itself. Then after we finish up the things that we want to discuss based on the theme given, we would then go to the plotting stage, which we will try and identify what kind of things that should happen in scene 1, scene 2, scene 3, and etc. So usually it takes quite a number of brains to bring up the plot of the story. Even until now, we do discuss different types of plots that would suit best for each scene.
So it's a long process.
It's quite a long process, and I would say it's quite a hectic but fun experience for now.
Because like you're making different plot that will excite the performance.
Right, because we have to cater to what the audience might enjoy, right? So it's quite a tough decision when doing different plots because all of us have different preferences as well.
Okay.
So, from that writing process, which part do you think was the easiest to do and which one was difficult?
As of now, I think things that is grand, that involves all the performers in the stage, is one of the easiest scenes to do. But things that is more specific, as in involving the cast itself, how does the cast interact with another cast, it is the toughest part. So I would say when it involves a very grand scenes, it is more easier to do in the process of doing script.
So you're writing for the next upcoming InSIGHT, right? Did you take like any inspiration from previous InSIGHT for this time for the upcoming InSIGHT? Or were there like any pieces of like media or novels that you took inspiration from?
So in terms of taking inspirations, usually I try to learn the pattern that has been laid out in the previous InSIGHT. So how does each scene correlate to one another? I know some audience might feel they might give a lot of feedbacks, and through that feedbacks we want to maintain the same quality that has been given by our seniors back then during their time of InSIGHT. So I'm trying to adjust and adapt to the previous script itself, but of course I do have other inspirations as well. It involves musical, so like kind of the opera and recently the Great Gatsby musical. Those are some inspirations that I took when creating this script.
When you write the script, it's very like important to take into the detail, right? What is like the most important detail or aspect of the script that you have to like really take control or take consideration? Yeah.
I think the one thing that I have to take consideration of is actually how the audience would react to this scene.
Okay.
Because at the end of the day, it's what the audience want. So their experience matters the most. Even though we are the one organizing this event, they are the one watching us. So the final judgment or verdict would be the audience. So that's why sometimes when we write a script or think of a plot, at the end of the day, if I were the audience, would I want to watch this musical? So it's always, a challenge to all of us because we want to take into consideration everyone's ideas and their feedbacks as well.
Okay, without giving any spoiler again, how is the story of this year's InSIGHT performance might be different from previous years, or are there if there's no differences, are there any similarities? And were there any aspects that you changed?
I would say it will be a mixture of both. So I'm scared of spoiling the story. So watch InSIGHT.
Watch InSIGHT.
Yes, watch InSIGHT.
So you don't want to spoil anything.
No, I would say it will be a mixture of both. There will be a difference and there will be similarities. But at the end of the day, it will be up to the audience to decide whether there is similarities or differences. So that's why I'm watching InSIGHT, guys.
But the differences is improvement, right? Is it?
I will let the audience to decide whether it's an improvement.
Okay. What stories or themes would you love to see for future InSIGHT productions to explore? Maybe next year?
Well, if there's a new batch of expo we wanted to do InSIGHT, I probably would want to watch more things related to folklore because I believe in Indonesia we have a lot of interesting stories that is related to each provinces and each city. So if we could create, stories that involves folklore for the next InSIGHT, I think that would be something that is elevated. Even the international students would know more about our culture and history. So.
And folklore in Indonesia is so popular.
Yes, it's a lot.
Yeah, a lot.
They're very
Yeah. And many plot or stories that maybe future expos can expand or
There's a lot of potential.
potential. Yeah, it's true.
So now we would like to ask for your advices. What will be the advice that you will give for future communities, especially first-time performers who are stepping onto the InSIGHT stage?
So I think my advice would be, firstly, I know that some of you might be scared, because I get this a lot from a lot of people. InSIGHT has the biggest commitment out of all. But I would say it depends on the person itself. Because regardless you're having commitment or not, InSIGHT is about, back again, InSIGHT is Indonesian's night. That is how it became
I just knew it.
Yeah. Oh my god. So we wanted the Indonesians to, showcase what we have, what we could do as, Indonesians here in SIM. So that's why it's called InSIGHT. So at the end of the day, it's the enjoyment that matters. As far as I'm concerned, even though performance is very important, but if everyone, work together to meet up those expectations and try to, compromise with one another, I would say you would be fine, because we have a long history of InSIGHTs running from year to year, and I would say it depends on how the committees react to each situation and challenges.
And from your perspective, how does all the different departments such as production, comtech, marketing, logistics, how do they all come together and make InSIGHT happen?
I mean, each of the departments, they focus on different aspects. So let's say for the production side, which consists of the sets, props, logistics, the makeup and wardrobe, they're the one in charge to find the logistics that's required for the performers. So let's say the SPL, they would have to think of the sets and props, and the makeup and wardrobe, they would have to think of the makeup, and then during bump-in, they will work together with performers to elevate the scene itself. While for the promotion side, which is the Comtex and DNP, they're the one in charge to promote so that a lot of people want to watch InSIGHT. So at the end of the day, regardless of which department you choose or any one of you choose, we will still come together to, promote this event, which is ours. Because at the end of the day, InSIGHT belongs to us, you know,
Yeah.
regardless whether you're part of InSIM or not. But we want to showcase that as Indonesians, we could do this kind of event.
So you said that teamwork is really important
Right.
for your insight.
Correct.
Yes.
Teamwork, guys.
Yeah.
So, can you give us a reason why someone should watch the upcoming InSIGHT performance as the actor?
I think you should watch because you would gain a lot more insight, you know, insight about
Inside.
about something that's related to Indonesia, as well as you would see the efforts of all Indonesians that have given up their best to this production. So just just watch InSIGHT and it will be nice, you know.
It will be worth it.
It will be worth it.
Yeah.
What would you say makes this year's show a must-watch?
I would say every year is a must watch because every year have different identity. So even if you watch last 2 years, I would say this year while you're still here in SIM, you still have to watch InSIGHT because each year we have different identity, and this year we'll try to bring something big in our performances, in the performance part and in the sets and logistics part, even in the make and wardrobe. Those are some things that you will you will know more about. So
And for the last question, do you have any messages for the upcoming InSIGHT performances audience?
well, so for the audience, stay tuned to our InSIGHT. We will try our best to make your mind blown away. So come and watch InSIGHT, guys. Yeah.
Come and watch.
Come and watch.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Yes.
Look out for it, definitely.
Yeah.
InSIGHT is
When it will be happening?
I don't know. I'm not briefed yet. But stay tuned to our announcement. It will be up soon. So just check out our Instagram, InSIM, and you can check out our another Instagram, InSIGHT InSIM. And yep.
Yes. Alright, that clarifies our interview with Alex. We gained a huge insight on the InSIGHT production. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you again in another episode of Spotlight.
Bye.
Bye.